Reed Hospital Christian Fellowship in collaboration with the chaplain. That's the Children's Summer Splash. So we now have Constable Robert Reed. Right, they're doing a presentation, and he's also accompanied by his two colleagues. Right. Want to know if you love my Lord. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. God made them all. So we have Corporal D. Johnson right there, yes. And also Constable D. Simpson. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toes. God made them all. All right, so the presenter is currently having a dialogue, yes, with one of our youth.
This morning I was asked, alright, you may be seated, guys. You may be seated. Alright, so this morning I was asked to do a presentation on safety. Let me see the hands of those who are going on to high school. Have you sat or you're leaving grade 6 to go over into grade 7? You're into grade 7? What school are you in? From the laptop, that's for the bed. Who do you go to? From Morrison, so you have a companion. They're going to bully you. You're going to that. We're not going to tell you about that. Alright, so, as I said earlier, I was tasked to educate you guys and open your eyes to a few things on safety. So I'm going to dive into that. And I want you guys to give me your undivided attention because I'm going to ask some questions after I'm through. And I hope that we all are cooperative when that session starts. Alright. Can anybody tell me what is safety? Alright? So just tell me what you feel like it is. You don't have to box it. Just tell me anything what comes to the mind.
It's when you're feeling good.
You're feeling good. That's a part of it. That's a part of it. Anybody else can tell me what the safety means? Anybody else? What's up, people? So what's up? Yes, sir. Alright, come to some further.
The state of being away from the
the definition or one of the many definitions we have of safety. Safety being free from harm or danger, as Mr. Herbert Morrison said. Mr. Campbell, Samuel Campbell stated earlier. It's also about making to prevent accidents. So every now and then, or you're on the road or you're at home, accidents happen. Incidents, it do happen. Sometimes, we're doing something and it just happens out of nowhere. And sometimes we deliberately cause that to happen. What could he have done to prevent that from happening? What could he have done? What caused it to fall? He said that something was under the bed and he tripped and fall. No, he could have prevented that by removing whatever that was under the bed. Probably wasn't supposed to be there, or probably just needed to go a little bit more, and him falling, tripping and falling, that could have caused some kind of damage, some kind of harm to the body, and then, we have to go to the doctor, and then we have to call me and daddy, and these kind of fancy things. Alright, so we're going to go on. So here I have an example of what practicing good safety is. And I'm sure you all are familiar with this one. It says, crossing the road carefully using safety gear or methods. Alright, who can tell me one of the methods you use when crossing a public thoroughfare or the main road? Looking left and right. What do you say? Alright, she said, use the zebra crossing. What's the word that they use for zebra crossing? The pedestrian. Right, so we are to be mindful that these safety precautions are put in place so that we are safe whenever we are crossing the road, whether it be adults or students or children. Why is safety important? Can anybody tell me why safety is important? Coming to it.
Because somebody can kidnap you.
He said somebody can kidnap you. So how do you prevent somebody from kidnapping you? By being safe. Montana. Alright, so what he's saying is that it prevents you from being kidnapped. But how are you prevented from being kidnapped? So they often tell you, you want to answer?
They often tell you that they have candy in the car.
They have candy in the car. So
No.
Alright. And one of the most popular things that they tell you in school, or students in school, is that whenever you're traveling on the road, you're traveling what?
In groups. Traveling in groups.
So you're traveling in groups whenever you're traveling in public, coming from school, in your community, you live with cousins, because guess what, they can't take on everybody. So when you're traveling in group, it is safe and safer for your family. Safety is important because it protects us from injuries, keeps us healthy, helps us focus on learning and fun, show care for others, protect us from injuries. How does safety protect us from injuries?
You have a hand over here.
You follow the other rules.
You follow the rules that are set, whether in the school, working environment, or at home. Anybody else can tell you why it protects us from injuries?
He remembers now.
One day,
So you don't want to them? So you know when you're on the bed and the bed is high, you have to stay in the center. Especially if you're a baby, when you're growing apart. Little baby mommy used to put the little pillows to prevent. So that's a safety precaution. Right? So the baby will roll off and fall off the bed. Keeps us healthy. What are some of the things that we do on a daily basis that affects our health? Eating unhealthy food.
Internet access.
Internet access. Internet access.
Amen. Yes.
Where come up with that? Internet access. So what do you do on the internet that is not healthy?
Sir, last night I slept until 4 a.m. in the box.
Oh, so you get more. So, what safety measures can you use to prevent that?
It's not better,
You think that's safe? Anybody else want to tell me? So she's saying that the ingredients that are used in certain foods or some food, they can be harmful to the body. And there is a popular thing that the youths are doing nowadays. Can anybody tell me that affects the health?
Smoking.
That's a super problem now that we have.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Vaping. Alright, so these are some of the things that affects our health. Right? So you know when we smoke excessively or we smoke overall, you know that's one thing they say that it will affect a particular organ in the body. Can anybody tell me that organ?
Your lungs.
Right? So, if you continue to smoke, over time you realize that you start to develop some complications, short of breath, high heart rate, and your lungs, they start to deteriorate, right? They start to get bad, ugly, black and dark. So, how do you prevent that now? How do you prevent that? What are some of the ways that we can help a person who has smoking addiction? Do you know? Another story.
Auntie.
Alright, so he went to the doctor. This rapper went to the doctor. So apparently he has been having some complications. So the doctor said to him, he has to stop smoking because it's getting bad. It's affecting part of his body. Alright, wonderful. Moving right along. So, we're all students here and we are preparing for the new school term, right? We're ready to go back to school. She not ready at all. Who ready? Who ready to go back to school? Nobody's ready? You're ready? Alright, so at least we have one who's interested and ready to go back to school. Alright, so tell me, what are some of the safety precautions that are put in place at school that will prevent us from getting harmed?
You stop running, and if you don't stop running, you may walk over somebody and you may injure yourself and injure the other person.
That's good.
Always stay in the school compound.
Always stay on the school compound. Don't breach the perimeter fences. Once you go across those fences,
Another
you're left on your own.
Another story.
Another story coming up.
Yeah. So the right topic, you just feel safe around the police and just giving the stories.
So what did you do? What's your name? Morrison? Alright, his name is Rajon. We're all team back Rajon. You storyteller. If I can give an example. Alright, so
I'm at old school Harrison. They have a rule that we should never run on the corner. But there was this one kid in my class named John, and he loved to run. So one day he was running on the corner, and then he crashed into a girl, and his teeth wore out on the side of her jaw, and she had to get stitches to fix it.
it's quite that's a rough one. Bring it up. So, you see why it is good to have safety precautions in your school.
Don't bring weapons to school.
No weapons. Primary policy, no weapons allowed in school. Alright, safety at school. Walk, don't run in long ways. Listen to teacher during drills. What are some of the drills you think that they perform in school that will aid us in case of emergency? Story time. Alright, so that's a drill that they do in school. So, you normally hear they're going to, or I don't know if they still do it in school, you guys can tell me if they still do. They perform earthquake drills in school still. So that's one of the drills that the teacher would, commence, and then you guys, what do you do when teacher starts that drill? Where do you go? Anybody know what you're saying? Yeah, what you say?
So what's your role?
When that happens, I go to football field.
So you go to the football field. Why do you go to the football field?
Because our teacher believes that's the place that is safe the most world.
For fire drill also, when you're doing fire drill, they'll tell you or they'll show you there's an assembly point, and that's an open space with no trees falling, and they can tell you for different disasters, still earthquake and so on. You go to the open area so you know you won't have any trees falling in that big space, so you're safe, right? Keep the classroom clean and clutter free. Why we keep the classroom clean? Alright, so she said that cleaning the classroom or keeping the classroom clean prevents insects, rats. Anybody know about a rat? When a rat appears, right, and they do a specific thing on something that you eat, what happens? What is it called? What do you get from it? Leptospirosis. There's no cure for that. And depending on the intake,
Can be treated.
for the proportion that you take in can be deadly, right? So it is important that we clean the garbage, the drums, good sanitation prevents us from getting ill, right? Alright. Be kind. No bullying, Mr. Man. Right? Right. So tell me the negative impact that bullying has and that your cousin? He's not here today. He lives somewhere else, alright?
If someone has a mental illness and you get bullied, it could get worse or it could like spread and you could like punch the heart and then it could be fatal.
Anybody else?
My classmate has asthma and the girl stuck her in her chest and she was coughing so bad.
Alright, so you guys have really valid points. So mentally, it could cause you to take your life. In other words, commit suicide, which we don't want to do, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to pressure our peers or our friends at school to the point where they consider other things or other ways of getting rid of, that horrible feeling that you give them. So fighting or beating up on them is not good, because at the end of the day, can anybody tell me, any right person tell me, what happens at the end of the day when I find out that bullying is going on?
They will be able to get suspended, detention, or get in trouble.
What happens when I come?
If they get hurt in a really bad way, we lock them up.
So I hope you guys bear in mind that come September morning when you go back to school, you'll be seeing some familiar faces in the school. My colleagues and I will drop in from time to time, and we will ensure that there is no bullying taking place in the school. We must look out for our brothers and our sisters, right? So we go to school, we look out for each other, right? You said no? What you said no? So you'd rather not look out for your schoolmates? Only close friends. But even them, sometimes they might fall victim to bullying. So what do you do then? Since they're your close friends?
Report it.
The teacher will be your last option. So what is the first option? While confrontation is good, while it is good for some cases,
Can be harmful.
in terms of being a student, it can also turn physical. And so therefore, I implore you, and it is important that you seek the counsel of your teachers, your guidance counsel or principal. It is important that you take it to them first and then you deal with it. Right?
Yes.
So we don't take the problem on ourselves and then something bad happens, because, sometimes we don't know the skill set of the other person. And sometimes we bully some person but we don't know their temper, because we go and we bully them, and then their retaliation could cause the person who's doing the bullying life. You understand? Because countless times that happen across the island, right? You see that they provoke them to the point where they lash out and they hit back, right? Alright. So in an instance like that, that's where you go to the teacher. Because if you see it happening, then you go to the teacher and seek the teacher intervention. Right? So even if the other person is not friend, it is good that you help. Because at the end of the day, it could be you who is in that same position and you need somebody's help. So it is good not to be selfish, but to go on in, even if the other person is not so close. Right? Very good, very good.
At my school, I have a boy at my school who loves to bully and trouble me.
So what do you Tell the teacher. Did the teacher do something about it?
She told to put his hands up.
Alright. Teacher punish him. Alright. So we're going to see it on the road. We'll run through this one. Always use the pedestrian crossing. We mentioned that earlier, right? Look left, right, left before crossing. Whenever you're in a motor vehicle, you're in the front passenger seat, or they do provide seatbelts in the back window, we turn a blind light to them. The seatbelts in the back seat. Yes, so ensure that your seatbelts are properly fixed so that in case of any emergency or sudden braking, you are safe. Avoid playing on the road. Avoid playing on the road. Why should we avoid playing on the road?
Because you could get hit by a car.
Can get stolen by a stranger, kidnapped. Anybody else? Why is it important not to play on the street? Yeah, talk to me now, early and then I go and say no. I want to carry you outside.
That would be that even if you get injured and that means, for instance, we ran over your chest and then you could be face on and you could then because of that reason.
Alright, so here's an example. Just the other day it was on the news, right?
You could get hit by a car and then you're stuck in the car.
True. Alright, so just the other day on the news, you guys, I don't know if you guys watch news? You watch news? You watch news? Alright, so just the other day, it was on the radio, on the television, where a little boy, I think he was a 10-year-old, he was riding his bicycle, and he just went across the road and then the bus come and hit him. Anybody heard or saw that?
Let him talk.
No, it was one of the minibus. Alright, guys. So it is very important that we pay attention whenever we are on the road. Alright? Safety at home. Don't play with matches, lighters, or electrical outlets. Get electrocuted. Anybody want to home alone? You want to home alone? So when the guy was electrocuted, right?
He said he watched it twice.
Watch it two of them. So you don't want to get down. Right, so metal is a conductor of electricity. So you don't use metal against electric. And chemicals safely. So like the bleach, the chlorine, and the disinfectants and so on, you don't keep those where smaller babies can go and interfere with it. Right, so that's safety at home. Anything seems dangerous. So if you're going anywhere, because sometimes you see what they don't see. So once you see, you alert a senior person, or your parents, or your teacher, or somebody that something is wrong, or you saw something. Keep floor dry to avoid slip. Running, sliding, head busts, and mouth busts, and head back busts, and all these kind of holy places burn. So we have to take precaution when we come down to home. Alright? Somebody said something earlier about internet. say something about internet. So we're going down to online safety. And with online safety, can you tell me what you think that is? Online. And you can say online. You remember? You forget? Alright, so let's dive into that. Alright, so online safety. They tell you not to share.
If you turn off the brightness on your phone, it will damage your eyes.
But that's a good safety thing. When the phone is too bright, it can affect the eye. But not quite for the online thing. Didn't hurt your eyes. Good. But you know, when you get to the other end, like the affect your eyes, you have to turn it off. Alright, so online safety. It says, don't share personal information. Why should you share personal information?
People can steal all your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People can use it against you.
Alright, so persons can use that against.
People can come to your location.
Alright, they can find your location. So once you share your information on the media, you know, you're giving cyber bullies access to find you or steal your identity or information.
And another thing, no, I don't need to. Another thing is when persons are leaving the island, they tend to go on social media to say they're going through the airport taking photos, and that's an opportunity for them to come in, to break in the homes and so on.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, when you're leaving the island and you're running in, you trust your neighbor who you're close with, him and I. Because when you go to the airport, you know, if you leave no family member at home, then of course you will be left unattended. So therefore, you need not tell anybody of your whereabouts if you're not at home. Right, so you say if you take photos and you post them online, you know, persons can find your whereabouts and do harmful things. Alright. Be kind online, no cyberbullying. So don't go online and bully anybody or threaten anybody at all. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I can come for you too. Right? So we have a cyber department in the Jamaican Constabulary Force. So these things happen, blackmailing and so on. You go there, you find that person, be arrested and be charged. Right? So you can find that place down by someone, it's not open road.
People can watch you by being perverts. People can watch you by being perverts.
Yes, perverted persons. They're there. Alright. Talk to a trusted adult if something feels wrong if you're online. Use a strong password. Emergency safety. No important phone numbers like mommy, daddy, your sisters, and so on. The police, the fire brigade, or the ambulance, just in case you have any emergencies or concerns.
You can also profile it and some people phones.
Yeah, they profile it, they take your information. Identity theft, a very common problem that I've been facing in recent times. Alright, so the key message of this safety is everyone's responsibility. So it's not your friend, it's not just your neighbor or your parents. Safety falls into your hands, right? So I believe that most of us are going to primary school, some are already in high school, and some have basic knowledge of things that we should and should not do, right? So safety care of yourself. Eat healthy. Stay away from harmful substances. No drugs, no vaping, no, I say the high school students, no, and the primary school students buying some little things on the road that have sexual enhancements and so on. We need none of those things, right? All we need to go to school and do right now is to go and learn. Is that so? Huh? Anything other than that? It's probably you're going to the wrong road. Okay. Look out for your friends. Look out for your friends, whether they be close or not. Look out for your friends. Because at the end of the day, now, we ourselves might fall into some position that we need in the help of others. And we don't want to be selfish. Right? Make safe choices every day. Choose to be kind. For the love of God. Choose to be kind. Put away the violence. No violence, no corruption. We're better off that way. Safety is not just a rule, it's a way of life. Let's all practice safety at school, at home, and everywhere we go. That's a bit of my presentation. Now it's time for the questions now. What are some of the safety tips that you can carry with at home?
Stay away from harmful chemicals.
I remember that one.
Don't go on the road or
Wonderful.
don't open doors for strangers.
To open door for strangers. Alright. Tell me some of the safety precautions you can take while traveling on the road or walking on the road.
Look left and right when you are across the street.
Very well. Anybody else want to tell me?
Now, I'm always telling this all the time. Come in front of me, don't come behind me.
Alright, good. So see in her line of sight. Right? So she can see us all the time. Yes. Tell a trusted person in your family to where you're going. Safety. Safety. Tell me some emergency safety. It's me. So emergency safety tips. In case of an emergency, earthquake, natural disasters, and so on, what can you do? Alright, wonderful. Nobody remember having parents from Malala? Emergency safety tips? Yes. Alright, online safety. Can anybody tell me one online safety? Don't share personal information. Use a VPN. You want to tell us what is a VPN? Scratch that, guys. I don't know what is a VPN. You say you have to go to your research and come tell us what is a VPN. Because your colleagues don't know what a VPN is.
Something that protects the information.
Alright, you said that's something that protects your information.
Is that an app?
Don't open shady sites.
Say that again.
Don't open shady sites.
What is shady?
So when you say shady sites, I'm sure they don't know what to mean by shady. I like them. Like, I mean, what they don't know. So what is they mean by shady?
He wants the answer.
What does he mean by shady? Websites that promise free stuff. Every time. Alright, lost. Alright guys, that's a bit of my presentation. We just wrap it up real quick. a police officer there. My thing is, get close to, get involved with that person, just in case something should happen, you know them enough so that you can go and talk to them. Alright? It is important that you do so. Now, going back to school, there are a lot of challenges that you guys may face. One great one is peer pressure, and it's always a problem, and it's a sore problem. It is not a good thing for you to go to school and be carried away by other schoolmates by doing bad things. It is not good. You have a mind of your own. Ensure you think with your own brain, because it was given to you, one was given to you the right decisions. Bad company, leave it alone. Gang violence in school, it is terrible, and you do not want to get mixed up with that. You don't want to get mixed up with that. So don't get mixed up. No gambling. My colleague is saying something about the females. You know, in recent times, and before the school year ended for summer break, we were dealing with some cases where females, you know, they were the princesses of the gangs, you know, so the boys, they date the female, so because the boys are not so literate as the females, so they need a female counterpart to take up the main part of it. So while they will handle the physical aspect, the females will do the book work. You understand? So don't lay yourself short to get caught up with these kind of things, because you're being used, and at the end of the day you will be abused, and then you're going to face problem because you will see my face. You understand? So let us all take our safety into our own hands. It is important. It is your responsibility. Alright? Wonderful.
Woo! Let's stand and give him a round of applause. Right? So I'm sure that was indeed a wonderful presentation. All right, so we'll have Samuel Campbell that will be doing the vote of thanks.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much for coming here today.
Constable Reed. Constable Reed.
No, sorry. The wrong side.
Constabulary Reed.
Constable Reed. That's fine.
Thank you so much for coming here today. Your presentation meant a lot for me, specifically, and I mean for all of us. I don't know about everybody else, but it really helped me a lot. Thank you so much for what you did today, and I hope you get do your work to this year. Thank you.
Woo!
All right.